In this section, we'll look at the fighting that took place from 1914 to about 1916 elsewhere, not the Western Front, but the Eastern Front and on the high seas and in Africa. By 1916, the Eastern Front with Russia developed much differently than the Western Front, France. It stretched all the way from the Baltic to the Black Seas, almost 1,000 miles. This meant that the density of troops was less, and the trenches therefore never developed. The battles remained fluid, like the 19th century. At the outset, in 1914, the Russians attacked first, but their invasion was stopped by August in the Battle of Tannenberg. The battle made famous two heroes in Germany, Erich Ludendorff and Paul von Hindenburg, both of whom would play a major role in Germany after the war. In 1915, however, the Central Powers counterattacked, and at the Battle of Masurian Lakes, the Russians were forced to retreat at great loss of life. Throughout 1916, the Russians tried to gain back lost territory, but it's clear they lacked the transportation, armaments, and logistical structure to get off the defensive. Still, a largely agrarian, relatively poorly industrialized nation, Russia was, facing the reality that the people didn't like the war. They didn't approve of it. It was increasingly unpopular among the Russian population. To the south of the Eastern Front, the Allies launched a naval attack and amphibious assault to wrench control of the Dardanelles from the Ottoman Empire. Doing so would put the Allies in control of a route through the Black Sea to their ally Russia. In the Battle of Gallipoli, which lasted into 1916, the plan failed. The Allies lost 500,000 men in what modern-day Turkey often regards as one of their greatest victories. By 1916, the fighting had picked up as well in Africa as colonies waged war on each other. The colonies were, great sources of supplies and raw materials for the soldiers, and they were vitally important to both sides. Meanwhile, on the high seas, a major naval battle took place off Denmark in 1916. In the Battle of Jutland, the British fleet engaged the German fleet, the only major surface battle between the war fleets of the war. The British lost more ships, but the Germans, who had a smaller navy, suffered too great a loss to really challenge the British naval superiority in the future, and this would increase their reliance on U-boats. This concludes the section on the fighting on the Eastern Front and in Africa and on the high seas through 1916.